you say it all the time. A lot of times it's just to get everybody in line by their toes, you know, so you look good. You guys look great right now. But dressing right is also the angle of your musket, you know, and the movement of your musket, the timing of your musket. So if Joe is screwing up, you should all screw up together, and at least you look good. You know?
Right.
Okay. All right, we're going to go through the manual of arms. Poise your firelocks.
Boys.
No, go to poise. Stay up, because I'm going to do inspection.
Oh.
Okay. The shoulder. I cut myself last time I did this.
Yeah.
Shoulder. Where's your freaking, okay. So you can have powder. You get, this is very loose.
Yeah.
Okay. Go to shoulder. I ordered some more, so we'll have them in the box, and you'll be able to buy them in like 12 bucks. Okay. Go shoulder. If we're ever in 2 rows here, I may have the first row of shoulder. You, the guys in front do inspection first, and then the guys in back.
That fluid's gonna probably fall out.
Take it out and put it in the pocket. You don't want to. Okay. Secure your firelocks. Secure is so you have poise, you go back to shoulder. Okay?
I think I.
Can everybody see me? So secure your firelocks.
You guys should be trying to keep up with me.
Yeah, it's a slow thing, but like look to the right. It looks really nice if you do it to the right.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody should be at shoulder. Secure your
Secure.
firelocks. And then give it 2 wraps, boom, boom. And that gives us assurance if there's any powder and it falls out, we'll see it, okay? Shoulder your firelocks. Shut. Pan. Cast about. Draw our rimmers. That in. Good. Don't touch it. Yep. Let it drop. Good. Good. Get that over there. Yep. Yep. Okay. So this part here, try to get that rammer back and ready because I'm not gonna give you as much time. Return rammers. Okay, so this is look at David. This is a change from what we've done in the past. So we're no longer here at Joe. We're actually coming right up here.
Really?
Yep.
Damn.
So you return rammers. So you go right up here and you wait right
the
here.
last month. Oh,
We've done it the last couple times, okay?
Reverse recover.
It's reverse recover, and then I'll say shoulder, firelocks, and you just settle it in here. And reverse recover, so this is recover, reverse recover, right? So it's just here, you just returned your rammer. You know, and I say, right after you return your rammer, you go right up here like this, and you wait for the command to put it back to shoulder.
That was changed.
So it's not over here, Jeff, it's just like this. Nope,
No, it's
that's
still facing, the trigger is still facing you.
This is make ready, like you're gonna fire. And we call it reverse recover is you just raised it and it's just right here, right near your shoulder, and then you shoulder your firelocks and go right in, okay?
So there's no reverse.
Right, you're not switching the angle of it. It's already ready to go to your shoulder. We're just waiting for the command to do that, okay?
It's not really reverse.
Shoulders, firelocks. Okay, everybody good with that? Okay, so we're gonna go through the manual of arms. We're gonna start again with poise, not the shoulder, okay? Poise your
Boys.
firelocks. So this one, you definitely need to practice at home in front of the camera, in front of them from a mirror, but that poise is, watch me. Poise your firelocks. It's a quick snap grab like this. Try that again, Steve.
I'm almost turning this the wrong way.
Turn it always in. Because you make
No,
it
that's
easier
out.
for your
It
right
would
hand
be
to grab.
towards your right
Okay,
wing.
exactly, your right hand's gonna grab. right?
The lock stays away from your body at all times. That's a good. That lock is going to stay away from your body.
So it's always turned.
And it's always turning in too, like boom, it's like this. But that, it's a very.
Lock is on the
this
outside.
Shoulder. But it's a very quick turn, okay? Any question? Okay. We're gonna go through that again. When you're ready, we'll do inspection, or I'll have John inspect it. So shoot him inspect. Brian. So poise your fire locks. I'm gonna do it myself. Poise your
Boys,
fire locks. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shoulder your
shoulder,
fire locks. 1, 2, 1, 2. But that quick boom. Okay. And if you practice it at home, it'll come naturally. Okay. And I always think that just makes it easier for me to grab there, right? If you turn it this way, it screws everything up. Really. If you turn it this way, it's easy to grab. Okay. Rest your
rest,
fire locks. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's your arms are down like right now. You're holding it like this. Yeah, exactly. This is rest. Your arms get the rest because your arms are kind of straight down, and it's touching your body. It's right in front of your body. It's not out in front of your body. Okay.
That's not resting.
Okay. Shoulder your
shoulder,
fire locks. 1, 2, 1, 2. Dress right. Thank you. Very quickly, for Ryan's sake, we're going to go through poise and rest, and then we're going to continue on. Okay. Poise your
boys,
fire locks. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shoulder your
shoulder,
fire locks. 1, 2, 1, 2.
The feather spring. So there's telltale spots on the musket that you should always be able to touch and hold. One's the swell, right? If you're at order and you're going up to shoulder, you go to the swell. Right, there's different telltale spots. When you're at shoulder going to poise, not only should it be snappy, but your pinky, the other telltale is that feather spring. See how my hand's on that feather spring? That's going to give me, your arm should always be 90 degrees, it all moves, and it's the perfect spot. So 1 here, 1 here. So that pinky rests on that feather spring. A straight hand, and that looks really crisp, and it's right up in front of your face. Here. Up. Oh.
Thank you. Rest your
rest,
fire locks. 1, 2. Same snap. 1, 2, 1, 2. So rest and poise is that same quick turn. Okay. Order your
rest.
fire locks. Let's just go to order. And then,
When you're at rest, your musket's over your
left
left leg.
Yep.
Not in front of you, but
Exactly. It's kind of off center a little bit to your left knee and your left eye.
Right here.
Yeah. And it's not directly center, but it's just right in a little bit there.
so you're not looking at it. You can, it's out of your line
Well,
of vision. It's,
Yes, you guys.
because
You're looking right anyway.
You guys
you're looking
kinda
right,
looking-
but it's to your left.
And also, if you notice, again, your arms do 90 degrees. So it's 90 degrees over, 90 degrees up. When I come down, back down. And it's over, 90 degrees up, 90 degrees down. Your hands should be this. If you're having to really extend or do all these bending over to reach something,
Something wrong.
you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Or you need a shorter musket.
Well, you should be able to do all this.
Question?
You might just need a
feel
phone.
it.
If you want a musket, I don't think my dad's joining us. There's no in that leather case.
Why don't you do that? For
I can
your
do
guy?
the fluid one.
Yeah. Okay. So Ryan, when you're at order, your right elbow's touching the rib cage, and just hold that musket, raise it above the ground for me. You have it forced out here, just let it go where it's supposed to go. Seems like it's far too out in front of you, like, are you forcing it out there?
I'm not. I'm holding it, just gravity.
Look at the angle of my arm. Should be like right off of your toe.
Yep.
You're out here, so just bring it in a little bit.
Yep.
Okay? All right. I'm gonna go back to rest and shoulder, okay?
When we go back to shoulder, make sure too, we're seeing a lot of this right now, right? This feels comfy. It's not, and it's gonna hit the person in the second rank. let that hand stay down nice by your side, just like you would be at the position of a soldier without your gun, and you're performing an okay right around the point of that butt. Right.
Rest your
Rest.
firelocks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right over that left knee.
And personally check in. If you've pulled up here and now to go over, you're dropping back down, you've gone too high. Again, should be hands straight down. Exactly. It's here, up. See how I'm 90 degrees across my body? And right over.
Yep. And my hands are not straight down, but they're down as far as they go, so it's comfortable. So if you're holding it up here like this,
And then going back down.
go down
And
a
if you
little
check
further.
on that left hand, look where your hand is. Voila, we're right by that feather spring.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? There's spots on the musket you'll always touch. Wrist, feather spring, and swell.
Shoulder your
Shoulder.
firelocks. 2, 1, 2.
Yes.
So Steve, bring it right into your hip.
Exactly.
Left hand right on your hip. There you go.
This. Pull that right around. I can almost hear it with just these two. But the musket hold the weight.
Okay. So this one's advance. Advance your
Advance.
firelocks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We're gonna do this a couple of times. Okay.
And again, it's that okay right around the trigger.
Shoulder your firelocks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
And on that one, make sure you're not lifting up. Don't get to be a chicken. Again, from here, right across 90 degrees, I'm just above that feather spring, up in front of my face.
So,
Back down.
so John, you don't go like this?
No.
Oh, that's what I'm
Because if you look, ready? If I'm here, I'm already there. So if I'm here, and I go 1, I'm just above the feather spring.
Huh.
Up to poise, I'm right there. Easy hands, back down. So it's easy motions.
We've always.
1, 2, 3.
It's not what I've been teaching or been taught.
Yeah.
So
It's a lot easier.
Can we do that again then?
Try it.
Just try it.
Nice tap from shoulder.
Nice snaps and hit that gun.
Advance your
Advance.
firelocks. 2,
Snap.
2,
Oh.
Yeah.
2. Sometimes it's better, yeah, stay that way,
Yep.
so you can see how he's doing it without, I always had trouble watching them. If you go in
Because you
the reverse
Yeah.
direction, right?
Not a mirror.
Okay, so everybody's gonna be advanced. A lot of times we're doing this at a march, we're trying to move it from shoulder to advance to give you guys a rest, so it's on a different side of your body.
When we're marching, where do you make those moves? If I'm marching,
Left
step. On the left foot. All those motions are happening on that left foot.
Supposedly.
And all the commands, usually we give it on the left foot,
Yep.
so it's always, okay? Get your musket in order there, Dakota, thank you. Shoulder your
Shoulder.
firelocks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We're gonna go through it one more time. Advance your
Advance.
firelocks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Shoulder your
Shoulder.
firelocks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, nice. Slope your
Slope.
firelocks. So this one, if you're in the front line, it's really just a very minor change of the angle, okay? Be wary of it. You're in control of your musket wherever it's pointing.
So the majority of the folks, you'd be right over the head of the person in front of you. So if I have someone right behind me, Steve, can you come stand like right behind me? So if I just go back like the majority of you guys, look at that, I'm gonna crack him in the skull, right? It's a slide around, and you should almost be able to just rest your musket right on that shoulder. Again, you're a soldier marching 20 miles a day, let the gun do the majority of the weight holding for you. And if I'm across my body like this, and someone's next to me, this is the relationship of your gun to that person next to you. You're almost over their shoulder.
Pointing higher though.
We always say point up.
You're pointing up, but look at, it's not gonna hit anyone else.
You were a little lower a minute ago.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. But it should be here,
it should not be
but it
close to
shouldn't
level.
be like this. Well, no, but
Yeah, no,
even
because you're
like that,
right
if
behind you,
I just go shoulder, just go like this, that's not important.
as long as it takes
Pressure off of your.
Yeah, you want to be able to sort of relieve your.
Yeah, we have been telling them to.
Yeah.
Just slightly angle it, changes the pressure here, and doesn't go very low.
I'm trying to tell when the pressure's
I
here.
mean, you're a lot
Sure,
higher
I
than
was
me.
gonna go up and
Yeah.
grab the guy to your left.
Yes, it does.
All right, from here, erect your fire locks. Trouble to do with a tricorn hat, a lot of times it's catching the edge, so if you can do it without bobbing your head to try to avoid the hat, it makes it a little easier, okay? Trail your fire locks.
Well,
Shoot.
down.
Always controlling that musket,
And
you guys. should-
just like our dress and our line, dress those muskets, right? No one should be down here, no one should be way up here.
Yeah.
It should all be.
John's right in front of you, so just go to a little higher angle. Okay.
Yeah, if you have a vest, you should have your hand right on the swell.
Yep.
Shoulder your
Shoulder.
fire locks. Support your
Support.
fire locks. Okay. When we're at standstill, we'll do this sometimes with just one hand. If for some reason we're actually
You have your
moving,
belts on.
we'll always put a hand on the stuff as well.
And you can always, if you're on the march, that happens. I don't know this.
Shoulder your
Shoulder.
fire locks.
Wrist.
Support arms.
Support.
Wrist.
That's a tricky one. Everybody's at a different angle right now, but always try to key off with the guy to the right.
You can always tell the hockey and lacrosse players.
Shoulder your
Shoulder.
fire locks.
Shoot.
Just Steve, bring it right into your hip. There you go. Keep bringing it point right into your hip, so that way you keep it vertical.
I like the okay, but I've always done this.
You have more control than that.
Yeah.
Put your finger here.
Let that arm down.
This is here.
Instead of that, yeah, let the gun, again, march 20 miles, baby. You
Yeah, I
wanna be
know.
Pumping this thing.
Then it gets hot, you know, like.
To the right, face. To the right, face. There's stuff on this
I
card.
know, it's really hard.
It's really hard.
The right face is bring the foot back, lift your toes, rotate on your heels. Put it back, lift your toes, rotate on your heels.
Your head is
And
very.
yes, it's hard to do on this thick carpet.
It is, yeah.
Right.
Particularly in sneakers.
You're right, kind of do the opposite.
I know, yeah, no, it's really,
But-
it's rotating on your heels, not the thing. And then left face is basically on the insert, again, lift the toes.
You're doing those T's, like when we're firing, right? To the right face, you're doing that T like when we're firing.
Yep, boom,
And then you lift around, boom. And then when you're going to the left, it's the opposite. That foot goes up and then around.
Company, dress right.
and when you go to the left, it's just in the little curve of your feet, right? And then just turn around. Lift your toes, turn.
All right, we're gonna do
Build
that.
up your, the muscle in the front of your calf.
Bugleman, you do a left face. Left face.
You're right, just move.
If I ask Bugleman, it's to give you an instruction so you guys don't have to follow it, we'll do it. Bugleman, to the right. No, I was taking you back. To the right, face.
Yeah, just the foot in there.
Yeah. Okay, company. To the left, face. To the left, face. So left face, you go to step forward and turn, okay? And right, the left foot is almost like it's stuck to the ground. The heel is kind of just.
The left foot never moves.
Yeah, your left heel should be stationary.
Okay. We're gonna do a right about face. You just watch John. The right about face.
A little bit further back, around, and then around.
Exactly. A lot of times, John, this is correct. So to the right about face.
And then correct.
That's
Yeah.
right, and like stamp it.
I don't, that's like modern, so 18th century, just slide it in, but that's where the stamp comes from in the British Army.
Yeah, no, you'll see Al doing that. You
Yeah.
still, you still
Yeah.
get that mental model where it's like.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Guards
right.
were the first ones to do it in the British Army.
Company. To the right about,
Right about?
face.
Just a little further back, around, rotate, and right that way, your right foot back. It's hard on the carpet.
Dakota, try to take
Yeah,
half
I know.
as much of the step over.
Overshoot.
To the right about,
Right about?
face. Yeah. And there's a timing to it too, so be thinking about that 1, 2, 1, 2. We're gonna do it 2 more times, and try to do it all together. To the right about,
Right about?
face. 2, 2, 2.
Not so big of a step, not so big of a step. So when I'm doing it, right, so the right face, so you can all see it, the right face for me, right, is that shooting position T. That's as far as I'm going. I'm basically putting my heel of my left in the arch of the right. When it's right about face, I'm going pretty much to the ball, not to the crook. That makes sense? I'm going to here, not here. So it's just a little bit further back. I'm putting my heel, and if you think about it for engineer minds, I don't know if anyone's an engineer, I'm putting my heel where when I spin, it's gonna end up in here. Make sense? So if I'm putting it way the F back here, that's not where I'm gonna end up, right? I want that heel where I'm gonna end up.
Company. To the right about,
Right about?
face.
Yeah. Over.
Company. The forward,
Forward?
march. Take care.
Here.
Halt.
Oh,
To the right about,
right about?
face. All right, we're gonna do a left wheel. You'll get like 5 more minutes, okay? Everybody dressed right?
Dress right.
That's right.
I was trying to see you right now.
You're on the left now. Company. To the left wheel. March.
Look out, lean in, look out.
You should be looking to
Ryan
the
should be
left.
setting the pace. Looking out, you should be looking out, Jeff. You should
Take
always be
care.
looking out.
Halt.
Ryan sets the pace. You're only supposed to go 90 degrees.
Yep, you
Yeah.
shouldn't, don't rely on him to say halt.
Looking
Exactly.
out.
I would
Keep
left.
lean in,
He-
look out.
If he
Either
doesn't
way.
say anything,
Dress.
he's gone right there.
Dress right. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yep.
The forward. March. Take care.
Here.
Halt. Halt. To the right about.
Right about?
Face. So if you're at a standstill, we do a wheel, you're gonna come around at 90 degrees and you're gonna stop. So for the right wheel, you're gonna stop at 90 degrees. If for some reason we're marching and we do a wheel, we're gonna do that same turn and continue marching, okay? If you're moving before, you're moving after, and if you're not moving,
And even in a parade, right? So if he just says a wheel, it's 90 degrees. If he wants you to stop before it, if the road doesn't go full 90s, he'll tell you front. If he wants an about wheel, he'll call an about wheel.
Right.
You go until he either says front or 90 degrees, that's it.
so that's a good distinction. So right about wheel is a full 180 degrees. Correct. Okay? And a wheel is 90 degrees. Okay?
Make sure you maintain contact, right? And so like, if we were wheeling to the left, where are we all looking?
Right. Right. Except for the person on the other.
Except for me.
You two are always looking at each other.
I'm trying to.
Right.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
why
you're
are
looking
you
at
looking,
Ryan and
why
Ryan's
do you
looking at
look
you.
up? Just on pure reasons. For what's that? Well, how? What
He's
are we
setting the pace.
looking, correct. He's setting the pace. So you're watching the person that's swinging the gate. That's why you're looking out.
We got a couple more minutes. I want you guys to tighten up a little bit more. Try to get
You know?
Company. We're gonna do a left wheel this time. So Ryan, you're the pivot. You're the outside. To the left wheel.
Left?
Eyes right.
March. Step.
Middle step up.
Step.
Step up.
Okay, should auto come to a halt when you're 90 degrees.
Yeah, so maintain that contact. Make sure we're stepping out. Don't let them squeeze you out. Right? If we're squeezing into the middle and you get popped out of the back, give some elbows.
Yeah, you can
Throw some elbows in there.
Yeah.
Right, so step up into it. Yep.
And by the same token, those of you on the outside that's leading the charge, don't drift away from your people. Because then you bring everybody else along, including your pivot.
Company, to the right about, face.
Which way we going now?
So you guys wanna go? Gonna do the left
Wherever the
wheel.
end is.
Company,
Good answer.
to the left wheel,
Left?
march. Step up, Ryan, get them going.
Step out, step out, go, step out. There you go. Maintain the same pace. There you go. Perfect, nice.
And automatic stop.
Very good. That was the best one. So it's crucial for the people in the middle. You're watching him, right? But don't get left behind, because that's how we start bending and breaking in the middle. Step out.
You gotta touch both guys. There's no way you can stay line unless you touch them.
Right. And that doesn't mean this. That doesn't mean this. I'm still touching him. Right. Maintain contact at all times. And for the people on the ends, right, I think it was already talked about, if we're going this way, make sure, yeah, I'm going that way, right? I'm stepping out, step in. Make him push me back to my spot.
I should be holding.
Does that make
my
sense?
face.
He's giving me a head check. He can't pinch, I can't pinch him.
Right.
Make sense? In my dress, as opposed to if he's pushing me, I'm like, oh, well, he's pushing me, I'm just gonna keep going out.
Yeah.
Own your space, don't get pushed out.
Alright, good job, guys.
on the track.
Correct.
We're done running out of time. You guys have anything specific, questions?
When?
Right.
Use wheels. As soon as you say left or right, you're all supposed to turn.
Nope, I'll say to the right wheel, march. As soon as I say march, your head's turning.
There's two different ways, there's two different ways.
That will be to the left.
We don't do a ton of preparatory commands. If he gives a monstrosity of a preparatory command, company will take care to wheel to the left wheel, now you can look, march. But if he's just saying company wheel to the left, march, it's on the march. It's on the march. It's on the march.
That's what I thought it was, but Steve Cole didn't.
Default would be on the march. I mean, you very rarely do we see the.
Default on,
mark
right,
at the end.
exactly.
Right.
Unless we're in the
Seems
cemetery
premature.
or somewhere.
As soon as you say
Right.
left, it's all turn left.
Well, because if he could do a turn, he could do a wheel, so that all matters. Wait until he says what he's going to do, then you can look.
So if you're saying wheel right, what gets echoed? Wheel right?
The right wheel,
Right wheel?
right wheel,
And what does he echo?
right wheel,
Okay.
march.
He just
So
doesn't
even if I say,
that.
take care, you know, he might say take care as well. There's that gap in there for you guys to register that something's coming and what the call is.
And to relay the message particularly as we get into the larger group, you need the corporals along the line to sort of relay what they heard in front of them, because the officer's up at the front.
And they're thinking ahead, because remember, that's all on the left, right?
Especially-
So it's left wheel, march, right? He's gotta have a couple steps. That's the fastest he can do, period.
And with the drummer behind us, a lot of times it's really difficult to hear the commands, especially if you're in, files. So, company, prepare to be dismissed by the right about, face.
No.
1, 2, 3.
Go. Do you have a second payroll? Please sign the payroll.
Good. Let's get some pizza. Lots of pizza.
Work on those, the pizza downstairs.
John.
Work on those turns. Okay.
So whenever you can get it.
All right, cool.
I have it from everybody else, so.
Cool. I just kind of solidified all the people this week, so.
Thanks, Brian. Good job, everyone. John?
We should actually have probably a cheat sheet. Here are the basic things. Here's what corporal should be.
It's simplicity of, there's no wrong answer, you wanna give what he's doing. So if he's saying.
And to time it right, I mean, that's.
Well, but it's always,
You know?
It's NCO kind of training, right, where it's, the way in which you say it matters, because you're giving a cadence. Okay? And that's where like my musical
Right,
turns.
especially if you're marching.
Take your wheel to the left wheel, march. You're staying, like, talk through it, right? So if I'm saying it, if he says, cut your wheel to the left, I'll go, left wheel. So it's all on that quick left foot. You're doing it in time with them. And you're giving them an idea of what's happening. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like shoulder, company shoulder, your shoulder, like you just kind of, you're echoing like, wake up to me.
It's interesting, the force is two harder bits, then you always have to do the initiating
Yes.
step,
Yes.
on the right step, on the right foot, on the right three.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring my stuff up here.
Not correct, the correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And preparatory commands, like, we should be planning them in advance. So, here's your.
Isn't that super late?
Yes, I can do it too.
Yeah, this looks like an old.
Yeah.
It's an old column.
I'm looking for it, but I can't find
It was all.
Some of the,
This is.
are some of the things slightly
Oh, that's
different?
right, this is an old Japanese one. So the modern
90%
one,
of it,
the
watch
old
old
red
trucks,
trucks,
you know.
this is older, this is probably from
Ken,
probably
can
80s.
you just help me move this back?
He had to sand down.
Yeah,
the whole
it's-
thing.
It's
You're doing a good job.
Where does it go? Over
Yeah,
here?
Right in the middle.
Oh, right in the middle.
It's a little bit lighter, yeah.
But the Japanese one, doesn't have it yet.
Wheels?
It is.
Yeah.
Can you slow it for a second?
See it goes right over there. See that car? Yeah. And then does it rotate or this is exactly how it goes? Thank you.
Might as well sign it. It's smart.
Yeah, thank you. Increases your participation percentage. Yeah.
These don't count, though,
These don't count towards the 10, but they count towards the
right?
overall.
They counted last year, didn't they?
The key
Big-
question
Big
is,
change.
does St. Patrick's Day count
Yes.
It
if
does
I'm
this
doing
year.
flags?
I know. See, like, and that's like, I don't, yeah.
All right,
John wants me to do flags.
you guys, yeah.
I'll probably still get 5 in anyway.
Yeah. Next time.
Oh, yeah, totally.
What's this? Is this your stuff, Simon?
No,
I'll take it.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, it's mine.
Okay.
Anything else? Cool.
I'm gonna lock it up here.
perfect timing. Let's see if I can turn that red light off.